Hi everyone, I'm Jim Fusco, and this is another episode of the Guitar Bucket List. And I just want to say thanks to everybody who's been talking to me about guitars and leaving comments and everything. It's been so much fun doing these videos and getting to talk to everybody about one of my greatest passions, which is guitars, and it's so great to be able to share this with folks on YouTube. So this right here today is my Epiphone Firebird guitar. This one is not one of the inspired by Gibson ones. It is just the one that was kind of like the standard version they had a couple years ago or a few years ago. Got this one, I believe it was an open box, and what an unbelievable deal it was at Musician's Friend, I think, and I just couldn't pass it up. And one of the big reasons why I wanted it was the neck. It's the neck through design of the guitar, and it's that 9-piece neck that has the mahogany and the walnut in it. So it looks really beautiful when you kind of see it up close and see all the different woods all sandwiched together like that. It does have the little burst here at the top and at the heel, but really you can see it throughout the whole thing on the front and the back. Just an absolutely gorgeous look. And this guitar plays so nicely. The neck is pretty slim, but it doesn't necessarily feel like it. I think it's probably because of how big this guitar really is. I mean, when you really just stand it up and see how massive the guitar is, it actually doesn't even fit into any of the cases that I have. So I wanted to take it out and play at a couple of gigs recently, but realized that I couldn't do it because I didn't have a case for it. I did order a case for it from Sam Ash, and then they kind of sort of went out of business and never shipped the order, and that was it. So much for that. I'll get around to getting a case for it one of these days, but it really just is such a nicely built guitar, and it feels so different. I mean, when you're sitting and playing it, where it rests on you and everything, you feel like you're reaching as far as you can to play the chords. But at the same time, it just feels like it's easier because things are more spaced out. And I've got so many guitars, and everything feels so crammed into one little space along the neck. And I think it must be because just the way the guitar is designed, and obviously the huge headstock plays a part in that too. But this one, you know, it has the main features of what you would want out of a Firebird, and that was the most important thing. You know, it does have the polyurethane finish that you're going to get from an Epiphone. It has the regular Mini Grover tuners instead of those banjo style ones, which I'll admit are really cool, and kind of wish that this model had it, but that's okay. But it does have the Epiphone pickups as well, and that's something that I'd like to do, is to upgrade these, because I like this model a lot. I'm glad I have it as part of the collection. It's something that I would play, and it sounds really cool and different plugged in because of the Mini-Humbuckers. Excuse me, I shouldn't call them Mini-Humbuckers, I should call them Firebird pickups, because they are different, and I actually amended the guitar bucket list because I had this as checking off my want for Mini-Humbuckers and realized, nope, that's actually not what these are. These are Firebird pickups. They are technically different. They don't have the pole pieces or anything. They're built differently than the Mini-Humbuckers. So that one still remains as unchecked on the list. What this does check off is simply a Firebird. It's a classic model. Just absolutely love the look of it. It's so cool. People really gravitate to it when they come over and see it. It just hangs so tall and low on the stand, the wall stand. It just is really a striking picture. And it has its own unique sound. It's really easy to play, and just a great addition to the collection. So that's the Epiphone Firebird, and let's give it a listen. The Epiphone Firebird checked one item off of the bucket list. That's the Firebird body shape. That brings us to 41 out of 64 items. Make sure to check out guitarbucketlist.com for all the latest updates.